Paula Johnson, you're a former New Hampshire state representative. You're the co-chair of the Women for Trump Coalition, and what Dean said is that this person who is bigoted said we need to get rid of Muslims. We have a problem in this country. When can we get rid of them? And Donald Trump didn't say anything to that, and he didn't say anything to the first part, where he clearly heard the man, because he actually looked away and said, we got this for the first question. He didn't say anything about this notion that the president isn't American and is a Muslim. Are you not troubled by that?
Well, you know, why don't we get off of this subject already? You know, first of all, in my opinion, I don't care what the president is. I look at people as, are they capable of running my country? What are they? What do they represent? Okay? So I feel that Mr. Trump is a very successful businessman. I think he has more than the qualifications to run this country. You know what one person believes in their opinion? We are a country of a democracy. We have our First Amendment rights. I believe you are a lawyer. We have First Amendment rights. We have the right to say what we want to say. And why can't that man voice what he feels? That's what he feels.
He can, he did, but I think the question is...
exactly what Mr. Trump...
No, I think the question is, when someone does use the First Amendment right and makes a very egregious error in this kind of way, that as a leader, and Donald Trump wants to be the #1 leader of the country, it might behoove him to correct the record, as John McCain so eloquently did.
Let me ask you a question. Let me throw you a question back. What about when our president is disrespectful to the Prime Minister of Israel? Is that okay? I'm Jewish.
You know what?
I'm Jewish by birth.
I couldn't hear.
But
I had an
about when
interruption in my
he
ear.
is
I could not hear what you said, Ms. Johnson. What was? I'm sorry, I did not hear what you said. What if the president?
What about when the president is disrespectful to the Prime Minister of Israel? Is that okay?
Well,
and he's our leader.
I don't think he was ever disrespectful
of his
faith. But
you know what? You know you can't do this. You can't say that Mr. Trump is wrong, but yet we have elected officials that are horrible and disrespectful to the American people.
Paula, respectfully, can I say, are you not troubled with the president not standing up?
I think Mr. Trump has respect
Donald
for
Trump was also endorsed by white supremacist groups publicly. The Daily Stormer, I wrote about it. You had David Duke say things. And when Donald Trump was given an opportunity to say, do you denounce me because it'll make you feel better? This is true.
You wouldn't do this to Jeb Bush or Chris Christie.
Well, Chris Christie, I will end this by saying Chris Christie said this morning that he absolutely would have corrected the record, Ms. Johnson. Chris Christie, live on the air, said he would have corrected the record. And I have to leave it there, unfortunately.
Chris
Ms. Johnson?
is having a rally in Nashua with maybe 100 people today.